And hello everyone, welcome back to FS Rick News. I am meteorologist Invader here with your latest Invaders special weather edition of Invaders Weather and News, nightly news and weather. This is your special Invaders Weather Center update here for August 16th, 2021, the 11 p.m. Eastern update here on Tropical Storm Fred and updates on Tropical Depression Grace as well as South Bermuda, excuse me, Tropical Storm Henri. So let's talk about Tropical Storm Fred right now. We have the latest details and updates here on FS Rick News. But first things first, let's go to the radar scope here. So as you can see, Tropical Storm Fred has moved inland now. This is we're still on the Tallahassee radar here. It's over Dalton right now. The eye center wall here is over Dalton right now. It's moving up northeastward now, and you can see some rain is starting to fall on Columbus, Albany here, and some rain starting to get near Macon. So we have a lot to talk about tonight, and we'll get the latest details and updates here on FS Rick News. So, so if you're not already aware, uh, Tropical Storm Fred is expected to move up in this direction towards north and central Georgia, and by over here, it will get to be a tropical depression once it reaches over there. According to the National Hurricane Center, Tropical Storm Fred is expected to take this path here, which I will show you soon. So this is just a little update on Tropical Storm Fred here. Let's check the rainfall rates going on. So how much rain has fallen from Fred? That's a good question. So I'm going to show that now. I'm gonna show this one. There we go. This is the digital storm total. Shows how much rain has fallen here in the past few hours now. So this is about 11 minutes old. So far about 6, 7 inches of rain has fallen, mostly up to 10, 11 inches of rain in this area. As you can see on radars, more rain going up. So so I'm gonna say this: much of the rain is falling from much of the west and east side of this system here, as tropical storm Freddy is moving up north. But we are watching a heavy flooding threat going on as this system moves into north and central Georgia. This thing is still in southern Alabama now, but rain will continue into Georgia. So I'm just gonna say this: if you be waiting at the bus stops tomorrow for school, or if you're gonna be going somewhere, just get those umbrellas ready because Fred is coming to Georgia tomorrow morning here, bringing some heavy rain, and we'll continue moving up into the Carolinas later. So rain will be going up as it moves northeastward. And I'm going to talk about more about that now as we talk about Tropical Storm Fred. So let's get into that part now. So first things first, Tropical Storm Fred here. Again, through Tuesday, heavy rainfall may lead to considerable flash, urban, and small stream and isolated river flooding impacts across portions of the Florida Panhandle, southeastern Alabama, and from western Georgia by the middle of the week. Fred or its remains will lift northward and impact the central and mid-Atlantic. Landslides are possible across the mountains of North Carolina and the Blue Ridge on Tuesday. So tropical storm force winds primarily in gusts will continue over inland sections of the eastern Florida Panhandle, southeastern Alabama, and southwestern Georgia during the next few hours. Cone right now is showing a new update here. It's expected to track northeastward. So by the time it's near Columbus, it will turn to a tropical depression as it moves northeastward. It's moving at 12 miles right now. It has weakened a little, back to 40 miles now. This is the 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time update here. But this is still a flash flood threat going on. So if you're in these areas here, you need to be watching for the threat of flash flooding as the heavy rain is high as it moves up northward. So this is what we're currently watching with Fred as it's still a tropical storm. Rainfall will be high, which I will show you that little rainfall total going on on the GFS model here on tropical pivots soon. But that is what we are watching here. So let's go to the Kona interactive map here. So right now, Fred is already making its impacts. Just moved up north in Alabama. Already made its impacts in the Florida Panhandle. Now, as this moves up north of Columbus here, this is expected to go down to 35 miles. And by the time it gets up here into North Carolina, 30 miles, according to the National Hurricane Center. So yeah, it's gonna be a post-tropical cyclone soon, but this is the path as it goes through Atlanta all the way up to northeastward. So it's gonna be a huge flooding threat for those in the path of this system. So that's one thing you should be aware of. So let's check out the webcams of Panama City here. See those are rough waves there, if you can see. So here we go with the cameras. You can see cameras are kind of they're moving here, but you can see the cameras are shaking a little. You can hear in the video, you can see there's some rough waves going on here. As you can see, there's some rough waves. It's kind of windy a little. Fred, is there still some wind going on in this video? But yeah, look, the waves are moving here going on. So yeah, it's rainy and wet in Panama City, as you can see. Kind of dark outside, but you get a clear idea of the waves going on. Let's move this to let's just move this camera here. We can move this camera actually, so it's gonna shift a little sooner. But as this moves, we'll get to see what's going on. So here we go at the pier. Looks like you can see the waves are right here. You can see the waves in this area. It's moving a little shaky here. You see, no one's at the pier right now because it's windy. Windy, you can hear the wind in that video. So that's what is going on. So yeah. So tropical depression Grace is moving south of Haiti right now. As you can see, this is a quick update. And there's already tropical storm watches for Jamaica and tropical storm watches for Haiti. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for Cuba right now, as the system will strengthen later tomorrow to a tropical storm level, and it's expected to make landfall again in Mexico, and it's going to be back to hurricane strength, possible hurricane strength category 1, the National Hurricane Center on Friday, but it's too early to call, so we have to wait on Thursday until we can actually know if this could be a hurricane. Here's the wind speed probabilities here. They're increasing as this thing could be a tropical storm again, so we'll just have to wait and see how strong this system will be. So, track here, hurricane is 70-mile wind, so this could be a category 1 hurricane. By the time it's over Mexico, 60-mile winds are possible with this here. So the earliest reasonable time of winds are here if you want to read them. All times are Eastern Daylight Time. Most likely arrival times are here so that you get a clear idea what's going on. So we got Tropical Storm Henri right now. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about depression. Quick updates. So Tropical Depression Grace, 35 miles wind right now. It's moving 14 miles right now. The pressure is about 1,006 millibars, moving west at 14 miles right now. So this is the 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time update. Tropical Storm Henri right now, 45-mile winds, moving southwest at 5 miles right now. So yeah, the pressure is at 1,008 millibars. So we got tropical watch in fact for Bermuda right now as the system moves along south of Bermuda. So that's an update there if you guys want to be aware of that. So yeah, so let's just get things wrapped up soon so we don't want to waste too much time here. Again, quick recap here on tropical. So right over here, you see this low pressure is tropical from Fred. Autumn moisture will be moving up into the southeast and to the northeast here. Tropical Storm Grace down south over here, as you can see. Right over there is Tropical Storm Grace. Could be a possible Category 1 hurricane at landfall over Mexico here. Looks like Tropical Storm Henri could be south of Bermuda. Could bring some rain around Bermuda, as there's a high pressure ridge over here that is blocked directional. So that's all we're seeing now. So southeast United States, what you need to talk about here with rainfall. Let me just show you that now. So precipitation rainfall rates will continue along as Fred moves upward. We expect at least 4 to 5.5 inches of rain over north and central Georgia. As high as 7 inches of rain is possible, or 6 inches of rain up high could be possible as it moves northeastward here. As Fred continues to move inland here, rainfall totals will increase along the way. Let's see, moving up to the northeast United States here. Rain will continue as Fred moves up, and as it will become a post-tropical cyclone, it will move out inland in this direction. It will move out up northeast and back into North Atlantic as a post-tropical cyclone. So There's one aircraft recon to Grace right now is en route, and yeah, that's just basically it. Cause there, we don't need any aircraft recons for Fred because we already got enough information now. So Fred is weakening. So last time we seen the satellite imagery was the last video we just did. Earlier today on August 16th, you can see it was dark. We remember Fred was much darker with a little darkish color now. Fred is now moving up northeastward in this general direction as it continues to bring more heavy rain in those areas. So it's going to be, so the path is clear already. Fred will expect to take that path as it becomes a post-tropical cyclone later on. Its intensity guidance will be indicating that it will become a tropical depression soon. So later tomorrow, it will become a tropical depression and will weaken later on. So yeah, that's what you need to know on Fred here. Tropical depression Grace is strengthening a little here in the warm waters as it heads west towards the Gulf of Mexico. Here, strengthening here, you can see those clouds. That's indication of strengthening here. Intensity guidance showing it could strengthen to a category 1, but it's too early to call. We don't know it's gonna strengthen, so we have to wait later on this week for more details. Global plus hurricane models expect this system to track westward into the Gulf of Mexico, the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, as it continues westward. So I remember I showed you this ocean analyst here. The waters are quite warm in the Gulf of Mexico, where Grace could get all that energy and strengthen into a possible hurricane. So we'll have to wait and see later on in the weeks as Grace moves into the Gulf of Mexico. So that's all for Invader's Night News and Weather Center special edition of Invader's Weather Center as we track tropical storm Grace, tropical depression Grace, tropical storm Fred will become tropical depression Fred later on, and tropical storm Henri. So we're just gonna watch tropical depression Grace later, tropical storm Fred will continue moving up northeastward as it continues to bring rain to the southeast, and we'll be watching Tropical Depression Grace later on. So that's all your summary and what you need to know on these two systems. And Tropical Storm Henry will be watched as well. So yeah, all we know from Bermuda is just there's a Tropical Storm watch going on with Tropical Storm Henry. Is that all you need to know? Last update here, flash flood warnings right now for Panama City here. We still got flash flood watches as tropical storm Fred moves up north. Flash flood warnings in Dalton right now, Dalton, Alabama here. Tropical storm warnings still in effect for parts of some parts of southwestern Georgia, southeastern Alabama. We got flash flood warnings up into, flash flood watches, excuse me, flash flood watches into north and central Georgia, some parts of southeastern Tennessee, parts of northwestern South Carolina, and some parts of southwestern parts of southwestern North Carolina as the system continues to move here. Here's the rainfall totals from the National Weather Service. The winds, if you find this helpful. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be rainy out of north central Georgia as this system continues to move. So that's all you need to know as your quick summary. So yeah, that's all for Invader's nightly news and weather forecast for August 16th. This is your 11 p.m. update. I'm your Arch Vader. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye guys.